typically when I'm sourcing candidates, I look for a punchy headline. It's good to have a good outstanding headline rather than just their job title. And ideally, if they've got a good profile photo, I don't like it when people don't have a photo at all, or a photo of something that's not them. What do you both look for typically when you're searching?
Yeah, I look for a good profile photo, so it's not like off topic with like loads of their pets, for example, or just something random. It has to be them, and probably like a description of what they actually do rather than just a job title. Description of what they do to make sure that it's actually relevant to what you're looking for.
Especially because a lot of companies, you'll get put in a bracket, so you might get put in like consultant, but actually when you read what they're doing, they're actually more of a developer. Sometimes the job title doesn't always reflect what they're actually doing, a lot
of people don't have anything in their profile about what they do. It's just their job title, which is fine, you can qualify that, but it's not ideal, and sometimes you might skim past them when they are actually right because they haven't got the right info in their profile.
You want to make sure that you can kind of know that they actually are good for what you're looking for rather than just, they might be okay.
Absolutely.
Like calling them.
I think because a lot of people aren't actively looking, so they don't actively keep their LinkedIn up to date. So they've gained certifications in that time, but they haven't then put those certifications on there. So then you might think, they're not certified, I won't click on them, when really actually get them on the phone, you realise they have a lot more. They just haven't updated their LinkedIn in a while.
Absolutely. I think recommendations are great too. I definitely do look at recommendations and kind of see the good ones that get put up as well. Lots of candidates unfortunately don't do it, but it is something that we definitely will scroll through and have a look at for sure.
Yeah, definitely scroll all the way down to make sure that
they've got something.
It's also a starting point as well, because you might know or spoken to the person that's given them a reference on there. So then you can, when you do call them up, you can be like, I've spoken to so-and-so in the past, they recommended you. Sort of, when did you work with them in the past? What company were you at when they were there? And at least it gives more of an reason why you're giving them a call, rather than just calling people out of the blue.
Yeah, also having a look at who they're connected with. Yeah. Because I've had a candidate that was connected to a guy that I'd already placed in the past. Yeah. And I was like, you know so-and-so. Yeah. I placed him. Maybe have a chat, see if they're getting on well. Yeah. You might like it as well.
Or message that person about the other person and see if you know a bit more about them. Yeah. Why not? Always good things to do. Yeah. Well-connected candidates are always good.
Yeah. Summary as well. Like, the little bit about them. Sometimes they can put some funny stuff on there. You can get sort of the gist of their personality and what
exactly.
What
and then
like.
When you give them a call, you can sort of reference to that, and then when you're trying to keep up with a candidate throughout a process, you can say, like, if their hobbies are cycling, you can be like, did you go out on the bike this weekend? And it just makes it more personal then, rather than just always talking about
the initial approach as well.
Of
course.
Yeah, you can
instantly build a report, and you've actually looked at the candidate's profile rather than just chucked it in a project.
A lot of people say that it's nice that we've actually taken the time to actually read the summary rather than just sort of...
Yeah, and you're not just sending them a random message or personalising that message to their profile, which is what we try to do here. So.
Yeah, exactly. Do you look at education? I guess some roles require...
I was going to say, if some clients say you have to have a degree, then first thing you kind of look at is, have they got a degree?
And leave it off sometimes.
A lot of people leave it off as well. And I'm like, we spent 3 years achieving that degree. That surely you'd want to put it on there to see and highlight the fact you've done it. Especially because, like we said, a lot of clients, they look for people with degrees, but also it will give you a boost as well, especially in sort of our industry. If they've got computer science, for instance, that's a big leg up. So it's definitely always worth putting it on there.
Languages are a big one as well, specifically with sales recruitment, where lots of people will require those skills. Again, they might not put it on their profile.
So often they don't put it on their profile.
I'll do searching where, for example, I'm in Germany, I need a German speaker, and I'll search German, but they don't put German on their profile. No. So I'm completely missing them. So they need to have the languages up to date as well, and have it accurate and at the right kind of level as well. Again, I'll have people that put professional working, and then I speak to them, and they can just about say hello. They're all good things as well to put on the profile.
Or I've had people that have had, say, German on the profile, they go to the interview stage and they actually cannot speak it, so it's like you've wasted all of that time and the client's time, and it's like they're not even right for the role. So the profiles need to be accurate with the right information as well. It helps them in the long run, as much as not wasting anyone's time. So
And if you keep your LinkedIn up to date, it will make making your CV up to date quicker as well.
Yeah.
Because if we then ask for a CV and they say, oh, well, you know, that's going to take me a couple of days. If you have a good LinkedIn profile, we can work with that. And if it has detailed bullet points and it says about your experience and your languages, etc., we can send that as a starting point whilst you're doing it, so we can get you into the process quicker rather than waiting 4 days for you to.
You don't have to have a formal CV to keep the process off. If we've got a good relationship with the client, we can do that with a PDF version of their LinkedIn. So definitely, the more information on a profile, the better, really.
Definitely.